Hi guys, it's me, Lily, aka Jennifer Diaz is a trans girl, and I know it's a bit delayed because I haven't been feeling all that motivated to do stuff lately, so I've had a bit of work over the past week, but I'm going to finish off the 30 days of Pride today, day 21 to day 30, and I'm going to try and do it all in one post. So let's see how it goes. Sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to do this with the curtains open and a light on over there to try and save on electricity a bit because I don't want to use too much electricity doing these videos. I know my light doesn't use that much, but yeah. I'm just trying this out for today. If it doesn't look great, I'll change it back to having the curtains closed and living room lights on. Anyway, without further ado, day 21, political LGBT issue that is closest to you or affects you most. So basically, at the minute, this would be trans rights, which in the UK it isn't too bad because we have equal rights here for trans people and, well, LGBT people in general. However, the Gender Recognition Act is up for reform, and with that has come a backlash from trans exclusively radical feminists, also known as TERF, or as they now like to go by, gender critical feminists. And this has led to quite a bit of hatred, particularly online. Also in places like Manchester and Leeds, TERF have been sticking stickers up and putting razor blades behind them in case anyone tries to remove them, which is not a very nice thing. So yes, it does make me kind of scared to go outside in the present climate, but at the same time, the hate being there so prevalently, I've eventually just started feeling like, well, what the hell? Especially since TERF found me on Tumblr. And as you guys know, a couple of weeks back, I actually did go out as myself for the first time in quite a long time, actually, because it's another story for another time, but I'll go into that in more detail. I want to get through the 30 days of Pride today, but yeah, first time I went out was not great, but the second time wasn't too bad. Anyway, trans rights is definitely something close to me at the minute, and I know it's not great in America at the minute, especially with Donald Trump trying to roll back a lot of our protections. So yes. Next on the list, an LGBT image that makes you smile. To be honest, I guess I don't know. I'm really big about symbols and stuff like that. Over there is the Commonwealth flag. For those who don't know, the Commonwealth Foundations is basically an organisation of former British colonies. It started out as the British Empire and gradually transitioned to the Commonwealth of Nations. I mean, when the Commonwealth Games first started, I think it was the British Empire Games, it became the British Empire and Commonwealth Games, and now it's the Commonwealth Games. So yeah, and I find a lot of pride in symbols like flags, symbols like flags and that make me smile quite a bit. And so gay pride flag is definitely an LGBT image that makes me smile. Whenever I see a rainbow, actually, I end up just being gravitated towards it. So yeah. Anyway, An LGBT image that makes you cry or makes you angry. Interesting. Well, some TERF groups, well, not just TERF groups, this is just like in general, like LGBT people bashing on other LGBT people, whether they be lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and like I can't say a specific image because there's lots that I've seen, but like the any image portraying this makes me angry because obviously it's like we're all of oppressed minorities, and to act against one another seems counterproductive when we could work together for our to improve our rights. And like, yeah, anything like that really makes me angry and upset. So yeah. Day 24, the stupidest arguments as comments you've heard about gay people or LGBT issue. A lot of these would come from TERF, but there have been other arguments that haven't come from TERF, but I just love TERF's arguments. Like, 1 second they'll be like, oh, you're upholding patriarchal standards of what it means to be a woman, blah, blah, blah. Then the next minute, you get a trans person who's not dressed feminine at all, and so, well, a trans woman who's not dressed feminine at all, and then suddenly they're not trying enough. Suddenly they must just be a guy trying to get in the female toilets or something. And like, just like every argument TERF come up with against a trans person, if you come up with a counter argument, they will have a counter argument to that, which seems to be the exact opposite of their first argument, which is just, it's hilarious. It basically makes trans people somehow contradicting impossibility, and it just makes me laugh. Because somehow we're so impossible, yet we exist, but by their logic, we are, in theory, impossible, because on one side of it, we're these ideals, but on the other side of it, we're these ideals, two ideals that don't seem to mesh whatsoever, and it's like, what the hell? Yeah, so, yeah, okay. They're just two examples of arguments, so where they say we uphold patriarchal standards of what it means to be a woman, and then vice versa, but like, there's lots of others I could probably find if I looked through Twitter and Tumblr, and yeah. The LGBT slur you hate most, or if you've taken back a slur and used it as a definition, a queer or fag. To be honest, I really hate the term faggot. It's I don't know why, it just it really gets to me, and it's one of them words that, trying to claim it back, I wouldn't even want to, but then again, I'm not gay myself, so if a gay person did want to claim that back, that's their choice, but it is a word that makes me cringe a little, and just hearing it really disgusts me. One that I've claimed back, well, it's not technically a slur, but when people say, oh, that's so gay, where they're using gay clearly as a negative, I do sometimes say that's so gay, but when I say something's so gay, I mean it's cool. So like, if I say, oh, that TV show is so gay, I mean that TV show is so cool. And like, so yeah, I kind of claimed that back in that way. But yeah. Oh, I don't like tranny either. Tranny really gets to me as well. So yeah. let's see, what's the next one? We're on 26 now. Your favourite gay joke we all need to laugh at ourselves. I don't know. There probably is one, but none come to the top of my head. I mean, like, me and my mates have jokes sometimes, and like, but I do have that light on for a reason, by the way. Just so you know. Okay. So I was just talking to my roommate. Yeah, none comes to mind at the minute, but there probably is one that I find funny, but none off the top of my head. Your favourite LGBT blog, Tumblr, site? Probably at Marco Diaz's Trans Girl. I followed them for... Oh, at Marco Diaz's Trans Girl, at Safety Queen of Hell, actually, Ty. But I followed their two blogs probably the longest, so like before I was even part of the Trans Marco fandom, so their two blogs I'm quite into, and the light outside keeps changing, which is annoying. So yeah, they're my two favourite blogs that are LGBT. Write a letter to someone. It can be coming out letter or letter regarding how you hate their homophobia or whatnot. You don't have to send it. I did this last year, and I think it was a letter to myself when I was younger, and basically when I was younger I was quite homophobic, which I'm quite ashamed of, and it was basically just me telling myself not to be homophobic, to come to terms with who I am and just accept myself, because I'd be much happier. When I was in the closet I actually got bullied more than I did when I finally came out. Shout something, it can... See ya. Shout something, it can be happy and about pride, or about why you hate homophobia. Screw turf. I don't mean that as an advocation to violence, by the way, because I know turf would love me advocating violence, because hey, they can say, hey, look at that violent trans person. If you wish to take this out of context, feel free. I have the unedited video, so have fun with that. Screw you guys, screw turf. Right. Day 30. Anything LGBT you'd like to add to the end of this? I recently watched Supergirl, all 4 seasons so far, and I just have to say I absolutely love their first trans superhero, Lily-Nichole. She is amazing. I love her, and she is just so immensely cute. And yeah, I absolutely love her. And yeah, that's the last part really. And yeah, that's 30 Days of Pride finally done. I apologise for the delay. I hope you enjoyed the video. I realise lighting on this isn't that great, so I'm just going to go back to the curtains closed with both lights on in future. Yeah, my living room has one light over there, one light there, so yeah, it'd make more sense. Anyway, see you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!